NFL season's almost over. We're 13 weeks in. I can't tell you who's good, who's bad, who's going to go to the Super Bowl, and who is going to be on the outside looking in. Ladies and gentlemen, before this video starts, drop your official Super Bowl predictions down in the comments with who you think is going to hoist the trophy at the end of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our NFL Week 13 Power Scale Rankings. We're going to start with our play of the week from Week 12, our player of the week from Week 12, and we're going to go over our top 10 teams going into Week 13. And when I tell you, number 10 is going to absolutely blow your mind. When you see it, do not click off because we have some explaining to do. Starting with our play of the week, we have the man, the myth, the legend, famous Jameis Winston, a guy that I don't think should be able to be held on one single roster. This man should be a starter year in and year out in the NFL. And when I saw this play develop, I was sitting here like, who is number 19 on the Giants? Who's out here absolutely cooking? And it turns out it's just casually Jameis Winston on the moss, on the move, and on a 33-yard receiving touchdown. The Giants do go on to lose this game, unfortunately. But Jameis Winston should not be able to be held on a roster hostage and not starting in the NFL. This is one of my favorite quarterbacks, one of my favorite players in general in the league. Now, if you think there was a better play this week, let me know down in the comments, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know you're wrong. I want to watch this one more time. Look at Jameis Winston, the catch, the fake move inside, outside, and the 33-yard after contact touchdown. This man is a dog, and that's why it leads me to believe our player of the week. We're not going too far, ladies and gentlemen. 410 total yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. Mama, there goes that man, Jameis Winston, an absolute gift. You know that song, you don't really know when you're in the good times. These are the good times right now, watching Jameis Winston throw the football and receive the football. Starting with our number 10 team on our power rankings, the Dallas Cowboys. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a joke. This offense is starting to be able to run with the best of them. And George Pickens, I'm not going to lie, might be better than CeeDee Lamb. If CeeDee Lamb can fix that problem he has where he just can't catch the ball, don't know what's going on. I think he's sports betting, to be completely honest with you. But George Pickens, the route running, the composure, the skill set, pay this man now. Cowboys fans, you need to be screaming, pay this man before he goes further into the season. And if, Lord help, they somehow make a playoff run, hell is going to absolutely ensue. And the defense, I want to give a shout out to the defense. They're finally getting healthy. You get who should have been a top 5 cornerback in this draft, finally back on the field after a knee injury. You went and did the trades. You got a solid linebacker core now. You got Overshown back. You have Logan Wilson. You got Quinton Williams in the middle, who I think is complimenting Clark, and they're starting to get to the quarterback. I'm not saying the Dallas Cowboys are going to make a run, but I do want to say the top 10 teams in the league, it's not standings, ladies and gentlemen. You can be a top 10 team who's currently on the outside looking in, and I think the Dallas Cowboys themselves fit the description. Give me the Dallas Cowboys at number 10. At number 9, we have the Baltimore Ravens. Lamarvelous Jackson. When you have this man on the field, anything is possible. He is one of the, and I don't want to say better passers in the league, he's one of the better athletes in the league. He is a solid passer. One of the, I will say it, better passers in the league when it comes down to it. When you look at what he has on the field, you can't expect that wide receiver core to go out here and make play after play. Lamar has to get it done on the feet. He has to get it done in the air. He has to do whatever he can do. It's really just, this is the Buffalo Bills. The wide receiver core is not good. The defense isn't amazing, but I don't even want to hate on the defense right now. Over the last 6 weeks, I think they've had one game where they have allowed over 19 points, and it was to the Jets. Tyrod Taylor's a solid quarterback. They have a lot of talent over there on the New York Jets. The Baltimore Ravens are looking to continue the streak to win the division, and unfortunately, Lamar Jackson is battered and beat up, but as long as he continues to play, the sky is the limit for our number 9 ranked Baltimore Ravens. At number 8, the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I get it. Brock Purdy is a bus driver quarterback. Brock Purdy's also on a team where you can go out there and throw 3 interceptions and win a football game because your running back is potentially the best in the league. And I think we don't talk about Christian McCaffrey enough because we're all just looming to see, like, is it going to happen again? Obviously, no one wants to wish that on Christian McCaffrey. I'm glad he's back. He's healthy. Don't know why it cut out, but we do have the San Francisco 49ers at number 8. And the defense, as battered and beat up as they are, playing some of the best defense currently in this league. We love to see it. At number 7, the Philadelphia Eagles. The offense is just so bad. I get they jumped out on the Cowboys early, 21-0. They continued to, from there, not score another point, and the Dallas Cowboys scored 24 unanswered. Absolutely unheard of. You don't see this happen, especially from a Dallas Cowboys team whose defense isn't the best, but is starting to look better. And you're the reigning defending champions. You have one of the best defenses in the league, and you can't go out there and get it done. That's just mind-blowing to me. So we're moving the Eagles down a lot. I don't think the offense is great. I think they are probably going to put it out first round in the playoffs. But again, they are the reigning defending champions in this league. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles at number 7. At number 6, the Indianapolis Colts. I do want to say that the game against the Chiefs was absolutely insane. Mahomes is him. And then the Colts, you can't put it all on Danny Dimes. He's a guy like Jared Goff. He's a guy like Brock Purdy. He's going out there and making plays when he needs to make them. He is a system quarterback. The Colts need to continue to establish the run. I like how they played this Chiefs team. The Chiefs are just playing with a little bit more fire because they're trying to play and stay in the playoffs. The Colts on defense, I love that you went and got Sauce Gardner. I think he's going to fit in perfectly. He just needs a few games to get acclimated to the scheme, to the team, to the game, to the conference, this and that, playing the Chiefs. Anyway, playing the Chiefs is a whole thing all on its own. The Colts are going to be okay. They have moved out a lot. They were at number 1 at one point. I just think the quarterback play does hinder them a little bit. I'm not saying Danny Dimes isn't a dog, ladies and gentlemen. I just think down the stretch, I think the same thing about Sam Darnold. I think the same thing about Brock Purdy. I think the same thing about Jared Goff. When it comes to these quarterbacks, can they win the big games? Can they keep from turning the ball over? I don't know if the Indianapolis Colts can do that. Give me Indy at number 6. At number 5, the Chicago Bears. And I was so worried when I put them in the top 10 last week because something about me putting a team in the top 10, finally putting my faith in them, and they go and get absolutely obliterated the week after. Don't get me wrong. The Bears tried to do that. I believe they do win this game on a game-winning field goal. But they go out here, they stay resilient on offense, they have the playmaking. The run game, I want to tell you, the Bears are number 2 in rushing yards. That is absolutely ridiculous. You're like, when is Swift and Monangai doing all of this? They're going out there and getting it done. And the defense, you got 3 guys in the top 5 in takeaways. I just want to put that out there. It is still battered, beat up. They're playing next man up football, something that head coach Ben Johnson is used to. At number 4, we have the Denver Broncos. Now, they were on a bye week this week. They are one of the better teams in the league. If this offense could get going, it could be absolutely insane. Bo knows, ladies and gentlemen. What Bo doesn't know is that if he would go out there and just look for his checkdowns, look for his reads, and you don't have to make a big play every time you touch the ball, go through your reads, go out there and get points on the board, the Denver Broncos would be the best team in the league because next to the Texans, I don't even know if there's a defense close to these guys. The Denver Broncos D-line, this was a fact through week 10. Don't know how it's still trending. They had the most sacks from a D-line since the 1990s. That is absolutely mind-blowing. Give me the Denver Broncos at number 4. At number 3, we have the New England Patriots. Drake May and the boys going out there and doing what they do best, win games, put the ball in the end zone, put the ball through the uprights, and play solid lockdown defense. Now, I get it. It was Joe Flacco. You didn't have an absolute stunning, amazing team you were playing against. The defense for the Bengals is terrible. you can say this all you want. You can only play against the teams you're allowed to play against, right? You can only play against the teams that are on your schedule, and we cannot keep moving the goalpost for the oh, they haven't beat no one. They go out there and beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a few weeks ago, and we're still continuing to say they haven't beat anyone. It is absolutely mind-blowing. It's disrespectful. Drake May is here. Drake May might be a top 10. I'm saying he's a top 10 quarterback. He's itching up to that top 5 spot. I'm going to keep it real with you. Y'all know me, though. I got to see consistency in the productivity in the players year after year to put them in the top 5. At number 2, my Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if JSN breaks 2,000 yards receiving, which has never been done, and he doesn't win MVP, we're changing the name of the reward to the most valuable quarterback reward, because 2,000 yards, which has never been done. And when I tell you JSN is doing this, look me in my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is crazy, baby girl. Look me in my eyes. This is being done by a team that is ranking 31st in pass attempts. That is absolutely ridiculous. JSN is him. The defense is insane. Everyone's like, well, y'all almost lost to the Titans. We were giving the Titans absolute belt. Y'all got to learn what garbage time points are. I do want to give a shout out to Cam Ward, progressing a lot as a quarterback in this league. But the Seattle Seahawks are an absolute force. The defense is going to carry us to the playoffs. I almost said to the Super Bowl. Lord, we can only hope. Can Sam Darnold win a playoff game? That's going to be the big question coming out of Seattle. And at number 1, back-to-back weeks, the LA Rams. They're resilient on the offense. Matthew Stafford has a 15-2 touchdown ratio. Absolutely unheard of. The way he's protecting the ball and the way he throws downfield. It's not like he's throwing out route, out route, out route, out route. He is I think he's the number 1 quarterback in passes beyond 10 yards. That is absolutely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. You have Kyron Williams, who's not really having a stellar year because you're not having to use him as much, because your quarterback is dotting up and diming on every defense in this league. And the defense for the Rams, I want to give them a shout out. Complete 180 from last year. You kind of saw it turn last year. It went from absolutely awful. Your rookie started to shift, and now they are one of the most premier defenses in the league. Shout out Jared Verse, absolute dog. I said that was one of the best picks of the last draft. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our top 10 power rankings after week 12. So this is our week 13 power rankings. If you think someone is too high, if you think someone is too low, if you think there's someone that should be in, if you think there's someone that should be out, let us know down in the comments. Don't forget, like and subscribe.